What do Aussie blokes love? We're all about beers, barbecues, beaches, and a range of other B words best left to the imagination. But what about our betting addiction? In 2015, 6.8 million, or around 39% of Australian adults gambled in a typical month. Of those 6.8 million, the average expenditure, aka losses, in the past year was an estimated $1,272. So we hold the title for the highest per capita spend on gambling in the world. Not something to be proud of, I reckon. Now personally, I don't mind gambling. I mean, far out, I love the idea of gambling. But gambling is fun until it's not. It's a slippery slope into addiction that I believe the betting companies encourage and prey on. Australia, in a way, can be very similar to the US, so with the somewhat recent laws allowing sports betting there, I think this video could potentially show an outcome of what things may be like in the future for them. So I don't actually mind the pun. I love the thoughtful challenge of it. Being able to have a belief and putting your money where your mouth is to back that belief, I think is a great thing. In Annie Duke's book, Thinking in Bets, she talks about how making a bet forces us to think about the potential outcomes and then the chances of them happening. I love that aspect. I think the gambling problem lies mostly with betting companies. I'd argue they encourage gambling addiction, and don't even get me started on their refusal to pay out bets when they set the wrong odds, or when they shut down successful accounts, or even just their incessant obnoxious advertising. But as much as I hate them, can I really blame them? It's just a case of incentives driving their behaviour. It's in the betting company's interest for you to bet irresponsibly. The more you bet and lose, the more they make. As Charlie Munger would say, show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome. On a per person basis, Australia is the gambling capital of the world. Other large gamblers on a per capita basis are Singapore, close behind Australia, then Ireland, Finland, and the US. So let's talk some numbers and ease you into it. Beware, these numbers look like me on a Sunday morning after a big night out. Very rough and not pretty. Now admittedly, these are averages. So for anyone that knows anything about averages is going to realise that some big fish losers are obviously going to ruin it for the rest of us. But our average spend still blows most countries out of the water. I'd kill for some median data, but alas, this is all we have to work with. Okay, so first we'll look at gambling expenditure, aka losses per person. Then we look at turnover, which is total spend afterwards. So for gambling losses per person per year, $64 is lost on sports betting yearly, $184 is spent on racing, which might include horses, greyhounds, the trots, etc. And losses on gaming, $1,043. Gaming includes sources such as the lotto, casinos, and gaming machines like the pokies. So total per person expenditure every year, $1,292, for a grand total of $24 billion as a country each year. Now let's look at the insane gambling turnover, which is the overall amount spent per capita in Australia. An easy way to think about turnover is, I put $100 in my betting account. I put a bet on at $2 odds. I win the bet. I have a total of $200 now in my account that I place on a donkey, which comes dead last. I lose that $200, but my turnover would have been $300 because that's how much money in bets I've placed. Prepare yourself, these numbers aren't pretty. $602 per person is turnover yearly just on sports betting. $1,339 on racing. Gaming turnover, $9,419.22 for good measure. Again, gaming includes sources like the lotto, casinos, and gaming machines like the pokies. It gives us a grand total gambling turnover each year of $11,361. Total turnover as a country each year, $218 billion. So as mentioned, the average per capita gambling expenditure for 2017-2018 was $1,292. But how has that number changed over the years? In 1992-1993, it was $458. And then in 2000-2001, it was $996. So I think it's fair to say we have a problem. Gambling is a large part of our culture. We only ever talk about it in days that end in Y and try to watch a footy game without seeing anything gambling related. It is everywhere. In 2016, on average, there were 374 gambling ads daily. Even more insane is that there are 5 times the amount of gambling advertisements compared to alcohol ads. Oh, but kids won't see these, right?
It's false. No way.
2/3 of these ads were between 6 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. Not exactly exempt from kids' eyes.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Also, on the official AFL's tipping website, it automatically fills out your tips and turns them into a multi-bet for you. And tipping isn't something that's only limited to adults, so it's honestly a joke how pervasive gambling advertising and displaying odds are. Thankfully, in 2018, restrictions were introduced that stated gambling ads cannot be played during live sporting events broadcast between 5am and 8:30pm. Anecdotally, it still feels like gambling and its advertising are still bloody everywhere, so it's worked around this rule somehow. You can't escape it. Imagine it's Tuesday night, palmy night, so you're going down to the pub for a feed and to watch the footy. Strong chance that there's TAB machines there. Total gaming machines in Australia at the end of 2019 was 194,322. Almost one machine per 100 adults in Australia. I thank my lucky stars every day that I don't have a gambling addiction because it's honestly so hard to escape it. I'm not even sure how to wrap up this whole topic of gambling in Australia because things don't seem to be changing, and if anything, it feels like it's been getting worse.
If you put on a 140-leg multi or more, and one of your horses gets euthanised before, during, or after the race, you'll get your money back guaranteed.
And the Australian government doesn't seem to be in any great rush to make changes either. As roughly $1 billion in taxes are paid each year by wagering service providers, I would bet that's a revenue stream for the government that they don't want to give up. And sports betting companies have even threatened to abandon the Northern Territory if taxes were increased, let alone if laws were actually to significantly change. So who really holds the power here? I'm just here hoping for the best, but expecting the worst, sadly. But hopefully I've given a half-decent rundown of what the gambling scene looks like here in Australia, and I'm interested in the topic, so I'm keen to do more research on other countries within APAC. Again, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and all that jazz. But you know I have to do it to them. Gamble responsibly.